Thrill Me.
This show is part of the Thrill Me Podcast Network. Experience more on Facebook and YouTube.
Heyo! Welcome into the Disnoids podcast. We are here to talk all things theme park, what's going on around the theme park realm, and anything else we can randomly talk about, because that's what we do. We get random on the show. So I am Reveal to Rob, and with me, as always, on this wonderful, insane show is... Introduce yourself.
My name is Josh. What's up, everybody? Ready to have a good time, ready to talk some theme park awesomeness. What?
Your name is not Josh.
Go, hey, man. Don't spill the beans.
Your name is Tombstone, Josh.
That's true. That's a true story.
You left your tombstone to the side. What are you doing? You left your tombstone somewhere else. All right? Always keep the tombstone with you.
I forget that part sometimes, man.
I don't know how. But nonetheless, how's it been going, man? Since the last time, I think we took a week off, right? We took a week off from the show, and then, stuff happened. So
Yeah. It's, actually, things on my side have been rolling pretty swell. I have nothing to complain about. Life's been good. Hanging out, playing music, enjoying life. Super Bowl happened. That's a cool thing, right?
Yeah, we hung out for the Super Bowl, which kind of ties into this show, because when they win the Super Bowl, they say, I'm going to Disney World or Disneyland or whatever. I think Mahomes said that he's going to Disneyland, so I don't know if he's been there yet or not.
Yeah.
I did see something funny that said, I think, that's right, they were in Vegas, so yeah, it was a close one. Is that how that works? No? Yes,
I don't think that's how that works. I think that's how he decided, because he's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, sure. But that the kind of funny thing about that is that it was a bet back in the day, and that's how it all started. Like, one of the two teams is like, whoever wins, let's just say we're going to Disney World or Disneyland or whatever. So, and from there, it's been a thing. Yeah. Other than that, I've got what you've got going on. I've been, watching movies like normal. I've kind of picked up back on the Disney train. I watched The Lion King recently. I've watched
live action or cartoon?
Cartoon. I'm not watching that live action movie ever again. So help me God. So I watched the cartoon. I've got some other movies lined up to watch. I watched Sleeping Beauty for the first time because it was the 90th anniversary, 75th anniversary. Some kind of anniversary.
I was going to say 90 as a joke, but that's actually pretty close to accurate. Holy crap.
Where's it at? It was the 65th anniversary. 65th anniversary. Sleeping Beauty. Watched that for the first time. Awesome time with that. So having a good time over there, watching some Disney stuff, having fun, watching what's going on with the theme parks, get any kind of news to talk about there. So just trying to keep up to date, doing my show with all the movies, seeing some great movies. Got a movie I'm seeing this week that I have no expectations in whatsoever. So stay tuned for the Review Rob show, see how that turns out. But I'm seeing Madam Web, so we'll see how that works.
Yeah, I need to check out your most recent episode, which I'm stoked to dive into, because it's kind of like a cool looking movie with a cool premise. And I saw you were talking about soundtracks or something to do with that. So I'm stoked to listen to that. I'm stoked to listen to that too. I mean, I've kind of been in this realm. I guess I don't realize it happens until it happens, but every time football season's over, I'm completely done listening to sports talk, and I'm jamming music all day long. And there's a couple of bands I'll probably talk about on my show. There's a band in particular that I've just fallen in love with, that I've been listening to on repeat lately. So music is back hardcore in my life.
Makes sense. That's how I've been with Kill Switch Engage the last couple of months. It's been heavy into them. So I get it. So check out his show, the Metal Groove Podcast. Always fun music stuff going on over there. Mostly the heavy stuff. And then my show, movie reviews, and all kinds of fun stuff going on around the thing called Thrill Me Podcast Network, where we have all kinds of fun, man. So speaking of, Hunter's podcast talked recently about some Ghostbusters news. You wanted to talk because I think more has come out about this. Is that what I'm understanding?
I see that there's potential for Ghostbusters becoming as a mainstay in the park. Now, this could be just rumor and speculation, because I didn't see the full article. I just see that Ghostbusters might be coming to Universal Studios and being a full-time thing. Now, whether that's a nighttime show, whether that's a part of a parade, whether it's going to get its own attraction, I don't know if that's been determined yet. Not that I've seen. But I think if Ghostbusters was to become, like, it feels like all of the new epic stuff that's coming to Epic Universe, if that was to happen and there was to be this transition for Universal Orlando to kind of fade back into this movie-based theme park, man, I'd be so cool with that. Like, if you just had things, like if Ghostbusters was a thing, I just feel like that would really add something to that park that might be lacking.
Yeah, I got it. So they would be returning to the park. They had a show before or something before.
Mhm.
So Ghostbusters has
Yeah.
been in Universal before. I never got the chance to see it. They still have the building there at the end of or towards the end of New York, where you're walking there and you see the roller
Yeah.
coaster
Yeah.
goes through the top of the building. All that they still got the Ghostbusters vibe there. The last
Mhm.
Ghostbusters thing we've had at Universal was Halloween Horror Nights HHN
Yeah.
29, where they had a Halloween Horror Nights house, which feasibly they could do again this year with Frozen Empire coming out way before Halloween Horror Nights. Maybe they've already worked on it before. It's nothing new for them to do a movie that's coming out same year. Last year they did that with the Exorcist Believer film. That movie didn't even come out till after Halloween Horror Nights started. So it's extremely possible they could go that as being in the park again, doing a show or something along those lines. That would be fun. I don't know what a ride would be for them. I don't know.
I know what a ride would be. Holy shit! Let's get rid of Fast and the Furious, which we have been preaching that for a long time, and let's get in the Ectomobile instead of a party bus and go chase some freaking ghosts, man. That's
Yeah,
what it needs to be.
that'd
That's
be
what
fun.
it needs to be. That's what it has to be.
That'd be a fun ride. Like that would be something that
Mhm.
I would find entertaining. Um, what else? A tribute store. Maybe it's in. I think it centers more around Halloween Horror Nights, if anything, because I don't
Mhm.
know what you would do theme park wise with it at this point. Like before it fit, because you had the Beetlejuice Graveyard Review and you had all this other stuff and all that. Now you've got a hodgepodge of things happening over there, and you're be fun to have it there. And I had more ideas before we start recording, but as soon as you start recording, it just goes away.
Yeah.
But
Also, like I said, the rumor I saw, or potentially something that could be done, is they be a part of a parade, like a Hollywood Legends kind of like old school movies parade, where you have these characters from old classic movies. Like maybe you have the boat from Jaws come by, and you have characters. You have the Ectomobile come by. You have characters, stuff like that. Back to
yeah,
the Future. You could have the DeLorean come by. That would be neat to me.
yeah, it would have to be like a classics of Universal because Universal is
Yeah.
not the people who made the Ghostbusters film. So,
Mhm.
and that's the other hang up that I find with all of this is they would have
Mhm.
to figure that part out. If we're bringing back classic attractions, nothing against Ghostbusters, but I'm going to be waving the flag for Jaws to return at
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
given point in time, or
Yeah.
even Back to the Future for that matter, to have those return, especially with Simpsons possibly going away. If you return that into Back to the Future, that'd be awesome. Ghostbusters is hitting its 40th anniversary. I believe next year is Back to the Future's 40th anniversary. So I wouldn't put anything past them to bring it back, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I've already settled this that we need to be in the Ectomobile for Fast and the Furious. That's what it has to be.
Yes,
We need to make it happen. It needs to become an online thing. We'll make
hmm
it happen.
we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
While we're on that route about classic things that used to be at Universal that went away,
Mhm.
um, and Super Bowl. Yeah, you haven't been there in a while. And the Super Bowl, they did a Twisters trailer.
Ah, yes.
And it is Twisters. It's the sequel to the Twister film. There will be more than one Twister in the movie, obviously. And I never got to
Which is
experience.
hilarious to me.
Yeah, I love the part in the trailer. It was like twins, twins. I'm like, oh, yep.
Yep.
It's gonna be fun. It looks fun. It looks insane already. That's so cool to think of that movie coming back out of nowhere all of a sudden.
Mhm.
But I never got to do the attraction at all. Did you get to
Ah,
experience that?
yes, yes,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was.
It's where Jimmy. It used to be where Jimmy Fallon is now. Correct, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was interesting. It was one of those. It scared the younger kids, so it was doing its job. I remember enjoying it, thinking it was super cool, man. Like, it was kind of like a
One
once,
simulator, I guess.
yeah, and then you had the effects and things breaking and flipping and fireworks and um, yeah. I mean, it was a super cool attraction. I dug it.
Yeah, cool. So I mean, that'd be cool if they brought that back in some kind of way or shape or form. But I wouldn't get rid of Fallon. I'm one of the few people that enjoyed
Yeah,
that
yeah.
entire
Fallon's
ride.
cool. Yeah.
Plus, Fallon is NBC, and NBC is not getting rid of that, right? So,
There's plenty of other things they can get rid of.
so yeah, there's plenty of things they get rid of. Speaking of where I'm going to go next, while we're still in Universal, might as well talk about this. Uh, Kids Land, Kids Zone, whatever that place was called, with the Woody
Mhm.
Woodpecker roller coaster and all that stuff, is being changed over. They're working on it. They're turning it into DreamWorks Land. So there's construction going on, and a picture came out today. I'm going to show you this. Let me know what
Yeah.
you think. Here it comes. Booyah! Look at that. What
I'm
is that?
supposed to guess. I mean, it's. I mean, the first thing that came to mind for me was Shrek's outhouse or whatever. Is that
Ding,
correct?
ding, 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 ding. We
Okay.
got a winner.
All right,
That is
cool.
Shrek's album. So,
All right.
Shrek is going to be featured pretty heavily. It looks like right there at the beginning of DreamWorks Land. Which when I think of DreamWorks, I think of Shrek pretty much right away.
Yeah.
So, it's cool to see that. It's cool to see construction going on there. I mean, they're working everywhere. You got Epic Universe stuff going down over there that they're building up. It's going to be open sometime 2025, and then you've got obviously DreamWorks Land being redone. The most amount of time I spend in DreamWorks is walking through there to get to a haunted house. And at one time, I sat down by Woody's Woodpecker roller coaster dealio when you and youngest niece rode it. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
like that ride.
of course you would. That is your style roller coaster, but it's cool. Like I'm excited to see what else they do with that land. I don't know everything DreamWorks off the top of my head, but more power to them. It's not for me,
Yeah.
Like when we were talking about Epic a couple weeks ago, it's like How to Train Dragons is not for me, but I guess you'll find something fun there. So
You need to rewatch those movies. Those are pretty cool movies, man.
okay, I will put them on the docket. And then finally, I guess while we're talking Universal, other big news that happened here is that Universal is getting in the gaming world, and it is going to be Minecraft.
Woo! Oh, that looks so cool, man.
It does look cool. Now, when I first heard
Wow.
this rumor in news, I'm like, Minecraft, whatever. Because I've never played the game. I've never played that game whatsoever. I think
I've watched kids play the game.
yeah, that's what I was saying. My nephew, I believe, has played it. You know him. That's your son.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen him play it. I've never had the desire to play it until now, because looking
Oh,
at that
really?
picture looks awesome. I've seen other photos from it. I'm like, that looks awesome. I've seen videos of it. I'm like, this looks awesome. Like they're gonna make me play Minecraft, probably. And I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know
what
either.
I
I
can
don't know how it would
gauge,
even work. Like,
I can
is it you walking around the land? Is that pretty much?
That's what I'm gauging from watching it. From the
Mhm.
videos I've seen, it looks like you're walking around and you can ride the rides. So I mean,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So that's what I'm guessing you can do. Like I haven't played it personally yet, but
Okay.
more power to them, man. I'm glad that's working. I know there's like a pinball machine Universal game that's on downloadable for video systems as well. So
Mhm.
I don't know, but fun idea nonetheless, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's both parks. It's Orlando and Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
All right, that's all I got. I've been talking a lot. I've been talking way too much.
So I guess I'll take while we're still talking Universal just for a second, I will go ahead and say Mardi Gras time's here. We talked about it last time on the show. My family loves going during Mardi Gras time.
Yes.
We are again going to be going during Mardi Gras, so I'm excited to say I'm going to be going down there pretty soon, man.
Heck yeah, man.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to all the Mardi Gras, party and happenings that's going to be going on.
Have that tribute store. You'll check that out. Check out whatever foods they got going on. They've
I
got
don't
some
even
pretty
know what
cool
the tribute
merch.
store is this year. I've been very much in the dark.
Universal.
I'm not avoiding anything. I just haven't seen anything.
Yeah, that's the difference between you and I. I will straight up avoid these things before I go to Horror Nights.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the video is out. Universal put up a video of walking through there. So if you want to check it out, you can do that. Are you trying to see any band in particular, or is that just the week you're going?
No, it's just whenever I have time off from work, so we're going.
Cool.
And it's the kid's birthday week, so
That makes sense. Well, there you go. So have fun. That should be fun. I am.
no, you're coming. You're coming.
I'll try. Um, hotel is about to be booked for Horror Nights,
All right.
and then I get to start planning that. So Horror Nights is a go as always every year. But is that it for Universal?
I believe so. I didn't really have anything else. I saw some restaurant stuff was announced for Epic, like maybe more details were announced about what those restaurants are. But hey, we can talk about that at another time. I didn't see
Yeah.
really any other big news or events happening with there.
No, I mean, and that was just kind of photos of stuff we talked about already in the Epic thing. So doesn't really need to be talked about here. So let's go ahead and jump over to Disney.
Yes, sir. And
Where
I will take the lead on this one and start it if to give you a little break because you've been talking a lot.
you talk too much. I need to drink a drink.
So the big news coming out of Disney World is that there has been an official opening date for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's opening sooner than expected, which is always good news. So I'm going to dive into this article a little bit, read some of it, and then we'll share our thoughts about it and see what you think about that, my brother.
Okay.
But the latest news coming to Magic Kingdom will be opening in summer 2024. The attraction had a vague opening time period of just the 2024 umbrella. But visible progress on the exterior has been hinting the attraction opening sooner rather than later. Also, Disney gave us a first look at Tiana's animatronic, and guests will see in the attraction, and it is pretty cool, man.
Did you
It's
say
pretty awesome.
animatronic? Look at that bad boy. Or bad
Yeah,
girl. Look
look
at
at
that
you,
bad girl.
right? Look at you on top of things, man.
It looks so freaking good.
It does. You can leave that up for a second while I keep reading, so people don't have to watch me read. But Tiana's Bayou Adventure will feature dozens of animatronics. Disney telling us to keep our eyes out for Princess Tiana, Louis, Mama Odie, Eudora, Charlotte, Prince Ralphie, and Prince Naveen. Guests will float through the cypress trees and Spanish moss of the Louisiana Bayou, and toes will be tapping thanks to the adorable critters who sing and play instruments made from natural materials found in the bayou. The critters will include an otter, a rabbit, a raccoon, a beaver, a turtle, and more. These critters will turn the bayou into a party with all kinds of authentic New Orleans music. That is pretty spectacular to me, man, if I must say so myself. The complainers have been out in full force already complaining about this animatronic news,
Oh,
as we
there's so
knew
much to
they would
complain
be.
about, man.
It doesn't look enough like the character in the movie. That's what that's some of
Oh,
the things I've seen. Yeah.
I saw that nonsense, and
Yeah.
first and foremost, the storyline is several years after the movie, so she's
Mhm.
gonna age. And guess what happens when people age? They look different.
No way.
Like, they just look different. And
Are you
I was just,
breaking news right now on the show? You're breaking news right now on the show.
apparently, I'm breaking some
People
news here.
people look different when they get older.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't believe it.
And then I've heard them bring up the other princesses haven't changed their looks. What they're doing? Well, guess what? The other princesses are based on their stories, not a new story that they're creating for a theme park, right? You freaking idiots.
People can say
Secondly,
that. People can say that, but I can give you an example right now. To debate them or to show them, hey, you're wrong. Whenever they had the live action Cinderella come out, where Cinderella had a different haircut with bangs, I believe it was, or
oh yeah.
without the bangs, one way or another, Cinderella had a different hairstyle. The live action one
Hmm.
in the park that you were meeting had the same look from the movie that came out. I mean, they change things sometimes. People, you just have to suck it up.
Yeah. Well, I don't want that. And I'm glad they didn't change Buzz Lightyear in the theme park when that Lightyear movie came out and did nothing.
You didn't
But
look
with
that different.
I don't know. But yeah, it's just insane. They're like, well, she's not wearing her dress. Of course, she's not wearing the dress. It
Uh,
doesn't have to do with
Maybe
that.
she is at the end of the
Yeah,
ride, goobers.
exactly. We don't know what's happening in that ride yet.
Yeah. This is one picture of
Yeah.
one animatronic.
One animatronic that looks awesome, moves around
Yeah.
fantastically. Like, they have done incredible work with these animatronics. I don't know if it started with Captain Jack Sparrow when they added him into there, but these animatronics have gotten insanely good
Yeah.
these last few years, especially with the Navi River Journey, and then now this one. I just said something positive about the Navi River Journey, but yes,
Yeah. Good job, man.
the animatronics are cool, and that one looks really good. You know what? For all the
Yeah.
haters out there, look at it again. There it is.
Yes.
Also, it kind of reminds me of the picture on the side here. The log flume is testing. They are doing testing on
Yes.
almost called a splash mountain on Bayou Adventure. They are doing the testing. The log flume, which is a fun word to say, the log flume is the same. I mean, it looks exactly the same. I don't know if they really changed anything. Maybe Brer Rabbit was on the front of it before, if I remember correctly, but
I don't remember.
it's the same freaking seats. So, and you don't really need to change it. And it's a log flume ride, so you're gonna be riding in
Yeah.
a flume. So,
Yeah.
yes, there you go. That is fun. That is gonna be a good time. I don't care what people say.
I agree.
And
I couldn't agree more.
like,
I couldn't be more excited for this attraction as well, man.
yeah, while you were reading that, I looked up. It looks like it's opening in WDW first, and then it'll open in Disneyland later in 2024.
Right on, brother.
Yes, that's fun stuff, man. And hopefully it has a fantastic soundtrack
Yeah, I
because
have a quick question though before you finish that thought, sir. So this is it's rare for there to be a princess attraction. Like when we were going through the list looking at princess attractions, there's not that many of them.
Mhm.
But thinking about what they do have, do you have a favorite current one? Because this might be the new queen, belle of the ball, shall I say, as far as when it comes to princess attractions. Do you have one off the top of your head that you like more than others? Would you like me to go first while you stew on it?
I think I have one.
Right?
Because it's mostly like meet and greets with the princesses.
Yeah.
What's the name of the Beast dinner thing?
You talking about like the dinner at the castle?
Yeah,
I'm not exactly sure. It has a name. Does it?
it's gotta have a name, man. But that thing looks really cool. I don't even know if Belle's a part of that, but that looks cool. I saw a video recently of
uh,
Adam the Woo going through it, going to do that. It looks like a cool experience. But that's not my favorite. To answer the question, Snow White's Mine Train
Ooh, good call, man.
would be my pick because it's right up my alley. You know, I like some adrenaline, I like some fun, and I remember riding that and having a good time and having really like when we get to the end and just seeing the ending scene with the animatronics and everything. Like this is really cool, bit creepy, and like this is right up my alley. So yeah,
Cool
that
line too.
ride I think is the queen of the princess rides and probably will remain. Um, well, I mean, we'll see how Bayou Adventure does. It might topple it, like you said, but it seems like that's the big one. What's yours?
My pick is what I think is the coolest one because you're getting a little bit of everything. You're getting a
Okay.
cool line. You're getting a cool line cue. You're getting Disney magic in full effect.
Okay.
Okay, not really a ride per se. It's an attraction. It's a fancied up meet and greet, okay? But you're standing in a really cool line. You get to the waiting area before you go into the meet and greet, where the
Hmm.
meet and greet is a legit show where you're a part of the show. So I'm talking about Tales with Belle, where you go in, you
Ah,
talk to the armoire, you get picked to be a character in the show. You go inside, you meet Belle, you be a part of the show, you take pictures, and you bounce, man. And that whole Disney magic thing I was talking about is I still don't know how in the hell that mirror turns into a door where it grows. That's
no,
just
yeah.
it's one of the coolest things I've seen in the theme park, man. And that's my favorite princess type experience at Disney World. So that's the one I'm gonna go with.
That's a good one. Can't fault you on that one. By the way, that restaurant is called Be Our Guest. Be Our Guest
Ah,
restaurant. Which obviously makes sense. But yeah, there's that. There's a Little Mermaid ride, right?
yeah. There's a Little Mermaid ride. There's a Little Mermaid show. There's also a Beauty and the Beast show. There's shows. You got the Frozen ride over in Epcot. I mean, there's other things.
I guess
They just don't
I
stand
guess
out as
she's.
much as the others.
I forget print.
And I'm not very fluent when it comes to Star Wars. Princess Leia is a part of something over there in Star Wars land. Maybe that counts.
Maybe. Yeah, should count.
You know,
I haven't seen anything Princess Leia related to Galaxy's Edge. I gotta look into that. I
it
have
might be
not been to
Star
Galaxy's
Tours.
Edge either.
I don't know.
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Yeah, I forget Elsa's a princess. I guess I don't know. Not not
I
adapt
think.
to the Frozen.
Yeah.
But I mean, Rapunzel's tower is really cool to see. I don't think it does anything, but it's really cool
Mhm,
to see. And of course,
mhm.
Cinderella's castle being the centerpiece
Oh yeah,
of the whole
definitely.
deal. So,
Mm.
do they do anything with the castle? Because I know Sleeping Beauty's castle, there's like some interactive stuff going on in that bad thing. So,
If I could be telling some tales out of tall tales or whatever the saying is, but I believe there's a restaurant up in there. I believe you can tour it.
hmm
Um, there's things to do in there.
cool, cool. All right. So yeah, I think that's our picks. Let us know in the comments what your picks are for your favorite princess, or just let us know stories your favorite princess interaction at
Yeah,
Walt
yeah,
Disney World
yeah.
or Disneyland or any of the Disney parks from wherever you've been, man. So there you go. But yes, back to the music.
Mhm.
Splash Mountain
Mhm.
had a good soundtrack. I love the song Zip Dee Doo Dah is a good song. It's a
Mhm.
good time song. Love is a strong word, but it's a fun song nonetheless. So
Yeah,
songs would have to be a big part of this. We're talking Bayou. We're talking that
yeah.
jazzy feel. So I'm expecting
New
some good stuff
Orleans,
here.
New Orleans. Yeah.
Nolans. Um,
Mhm.
what to you? Because my answer is easy. When I
But
think of
I feel
music,
like we have the exact same answer, but I have some others.
yeah. So yeah, Haunted Mansion obviously is
Mhm.
the end all be all of attraction songs. Like that
Yeah,
whole attraction, the song the whole time, Grim getting ghost in mouth doom chokes you all that.
yeah.
All that is awesome. All that's a good time. I'll listen to the whole 10-15 minute thing any day of the week. Like I have no problem listening to that. But what other attraction?
When you're a haunted mansion expert
Hmm.
is when you can listen to that song in its entirety and you know where you are in the ride by what is happening in the song.
Yes, that's true.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
very true.
That's how great that song is, how great that attraction is.
Right. So what else attraction wise, not just rides, but like attractions or
Mhm.
things that happen throughout the park, music wise for you,
Mhm.
immediately makes you think of? Like what immediately comes to mind like
So
Haunted Mansion?
okay, so like Haunted Mansion, I'm gonna say Yo Ho, Pirate's Life. For me, that's an automatic. That has to be one of the best soundtrack songs in a ride.
Hmm.
Um, to bridge, I have some more here that I wanted to bring up, but one of those things that gives you goosies, because that's what we like, is whenever something gives us those goosebumps, is I like walking into a land and the music changes, the
Yeah.
atmosphere changes. Like when you're walking into Tomorrowland, for example, and you hear that
Hmm.
that kind of like the space mountainy type theme going on in the background. That to me is like, ooh, I'm
Yeah,
here
I
now.
I love
I'm
how
in
they
the
do
element.
that, and especially how you can't really hear the other sides all that much. Too, anyways, when you like
Yeah,
leave a land and go to another land, Universal does as well. I mean, as soon as you get into
yeah,
Jurassic Park, you've got the Jurassic Park theme going on. You're like, yeah, oh, this is awesome. I'm
yeah,
bopping.
yeah, yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah,
You
which
get
for me it's Marvel's Land. That's a banger of a song that'll get stuck in your
yeah.
head. You know what I mean? Like you get to where Hulk is, and you hear that rock song start to go off, and you're like,
Mhm.
time to have some fun.
Yeah, which I love that Disney's done it as well. I found that out as well since I've been
Mhm.
back on my Disney kick. They have
Mhm.
playlists or they have albums that they've released
Yeah,
of
oh yeah.
theme park sounds and songs you can hear in theme parks. And
Mhm.
Universal has released their Islands of Adventure one and all that stuff. So that's cool. And if you're like a theme park nerd like us, you're gonna listen to this stuff on the random. So I listen to it a
Yeah.
good bit myself. You just threw out Pirates. You threw out a couple things there. Bring up Adam the Woo again because I've been watching his videos a lot. Country Bears Jamboree recently
Nice.
went down. They're doing some
Yeah.
changes to that attraction, but that was all music based. Like it was all the characters
Performance, man.
doing some
Yeah.
pretty hilarious songs. Again, talking about animatronics, they're up there playing and all that stuff, and the songs are pretty hilarious. His whole video was that, and I was hearing all the songs. I'm like, this would have been fun to experience. And of course, it is coming
I've
back.
done it a few times. Yeah.
It's not going away. Going away. They're just making
Mhm.
updates to it, getting rid of some songs, bringing in some new songs, changing characters' names that may have been problematic. Um,
And people are gonna
so
be pissed.
yeah, so um, that seemed like it was a good time. And you said you've done it a
Yeah.
couple of times.
Yeah, yeah, it was a good time. It was like going to a concert. It was cool, man. It was like a very family friendly, goofy, um, all hands on deck, silly experience that played songs. I mean, the songs weren't all hits. You know what I mean? They weren't all. I mean, not to me because that's not my jam.
Yeah,
Pun intended. But it was a good time. It was a good time.
there you go. All right, what else you got? You said you got a list there. Let's see if we agree with
Yeah,
this
so
one.
I'm gonna go off the another one that gets absolutely stuck in your head because of how great it is. That's Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. That feels like a ride that we have to do every single time we go.
Oh,
Not only
see,
because it's a break, but it's classic Carousel of Progress.
see,
Another awesome
you
song.
just opened a bag of worms when you said get stuck in your head because immediately, it's a small world started wrapping around my head as soon as you said it. Like
Yep.
that is just synonymous with annoying, but at the same time, beautiful.
You
Especially
know,
the
it's funny.
way.
What's funny about that is it didn't make the list that I have here, so maybe enough people haven't voted for it. But
Okay, those people can suck it. All right, that song, whether it's annoying or not, is freaking good. Okay,
yeah.
it's so well. Even the metal version on the Disney metal album,
Ooh.
perfect, perfect. All right, back to you. Back to you.
So the Tiki Room. That's another good one.
No, absolutely not. That song came on the playlist I was listening to. That was the most annoying experience. I never got to do that in person, but listening to that song in my headphones, I'm like, this is annoying. Like
Maybe
this
that's
is.
maybe that's one of those you have to be in the element of what's all going on to appreciate that song.
I guess so, because I was just sitting there, I'm like, whoa, wowzers! All
Yeah.
right.
Running down the list here, we have Journey into Imagination with Figment. That's a really cool song that will also get stuck in your head.
Okay.
We have Phantasmic, we have Soarin', we have The Sea with Nemo and Friends, and then, of course, one of the most classic all-time favorite songs of all time that Disney's ever done, "When You Wish Upon a Star"
Ooh.
for the nighttime show. So
I didn't hear you
those are
mention
awesome.
Lion King there. Doesn't Lion King have a show?
Lion King. You might have to look it up because it's been a really long time since I've been to Animal Kingdom. I don't know if they still do that show or not. I know the Nemo show stopped.
The Nemo show. Okay.
So if the Lion King show is still up and running, that is a fantastic show that I miss seeing. I just assumed since they were closing a lot of things, they were closing that too. But if it's still up and running, that is an awesome attraction, man. So yeah, that's where you hear "Can't Wait to Be King," Hakuna Matata, stuff like that. That's a really great attraction.
Yes, Festival of the Lion King is still going.
Boom.
It is
I feel like
located.
it's a must do if you go to Animal Kingdom. Must do.
Yep, Animal Kingdom located in Africa.
Yep.
Yep, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and 12 p.m. View all times. And 5 in the evening. Okay, yeah. Anyways.
There was a lot I purposely left off, not bringing up, just because if people want to chime in and give us some of theirs, I didn't want to steal their thunder.
Mhm.
So if there is an attraction that has awesome music to it, or an awesome song, or if there's a land that you like walking into and hearing the background music, please let us know in those comments which one it is, man. We'd greatly appreciate that.
Finding Nemo is also still running.
Is it?
Yep.
Wow, I thought they canned that.
Located in Dino Land, USA.
Really?
Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond.
The big blue and boring. That's what I call it, right?
Jeez. Jeez. We can't have too many
I
hot
don't
takes.
want
We're going to get canceled over here, all right?
to bro. I would even say Captain EO was better than that. You know how I feel about Captain EO.
Hey. No besmirching Michael Jackson, all right? You leave Michael
All right,
Jackson.
whatever.
I never got to experience that ride, but as soon as I remember you always talking crap about the ride, I'm like, I don't know what a Captain EO is. And then one day I saw a Captain EO picture. I'm like, that's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does that ride suck?
It's not a ride. It's a show that was just completely dated. It was so dated. That was my problem with it.
I mean, freaking the Carousel of Progress is extremely dated as well.
Yeah, but this is like 4 shades ago Michael Jackson. That's how dated this thing was.
Rude. Okay. But funny. But still. Would you be mad if they won't bring it back? Never mind. They would never bring that back. I think they did like an anniversary special at one time. They didn't bring it back. So there you go. Fun stuff to be had there. I can imagine Be Our Guest plays the Beauty and the Beast songs. Especially Be Our Guest. Be Our Guest, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I assume it does.
Yeah, I'm into it. I like it. Cool. So yeah, we're fingers crossed. We assume Bayou Adventure is going to be an awesome soundtrack when that ride opens. And again, for all you haters, look at it. There it is. That's gonna be fun.
Good way to wrap up the show, my friend.
Yes. So hope you enjoyed this. As always, we get a little random on the show, but fun times to be had. Let us know what you're thinking. Are you playing Universal Studios presents Minecraft Experience? Are you playing that thing? Are you having fun?
No, I'm not.
I mean, I'm not either, but we'll see what happens.
If you do, let us know how it is.
I will.
I'm looking at. You know how some people watch gameplays on YouTube? I might be like, okay, let's see what this is.
Sir,
and then probably after 5 minutes, I'm gonna be like, nah, whatever.
Sir, I do gameplays on YouTube. If you have not paid attention, I do WWE 2K gameplays, and I'll be doing WWE 2K24 gameplays when it gets here. But if I get the right freaking itch, I might play a Universal Studios Experience gameplay as well, because that would be fitting. But that also means I would have to play Minecraft, and I don't know if I'm there yet. So we'll see.
You can figure it out.
But let us know what you think about that stuff. What is your favorite Disney song, Disney princess experience? What is your favorite Disney princess song? Answer them all in the comments. We got time. We'll read them. But thank you for joining in and listening to this show. We have a good time, and we hope you have a good time with us. So that's going to do it for me. You got anything else?
No, man, I'm good, man. I had a blast. It's good time. It's good to be back on the saddle.
It's good to be back, especially it's nice when they have some things going on around the theme parks. We'll keep you up to date with anything else that comes up with the parks as they are growing and creating new experiences for everybody. So appreciate you joining in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. And we don't have a close for the show, so thank you for listening.
Disnoids out.